All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the eBay shop. My name's Cory.
I'm Teresa.
And we're Grams and Pops Vintage. And today we're going to talk about how to get your business where you want to get it. A lot of people talk about wanting to do full-time eBay reselling.
Yep.
And we think, at least in our experience, the best way to get there is to actually run your business in reverse, from the back forward.
Run backwards.
Run backwards.
Cory
there you
can't
go.
do that.
We'll explain as we go here. No, I don't even know if I can walk backwards. I might just fall down a lot, which we do in business too, so I guess that applies.
It does apply. That's a good analogy.
But let's look at what actually sold that we got to get out of here today first.
We sold a radio. Well, we didn't really sell a radio. We sold a part to a radio. So I bought this radio and the CD player didn't work on it. And so I went and just looked it up and parted it out. But we paid $5 for the radio, and this is a JVC AM/FM radio with CD player, audio and auxiliary. It's just a detachable faceplate.
Yep, just faceplate. Remember those in the 90s where everybody was getting their stereos stolen? So
they took them off and took them with them wherever they went.
I actually used to have one of these.
Did you used to take it off?
We did, yep. When we lived in the apartments in Sioux Falls, we used to take it off and bring it in the house with us.
Like when we lived in the apartment?
Yeah.
Are you talking about like the car that got broke into?
Yep. After we had a stereo stolen, then we got one of these and we used to take it in the house with us.
Oh my gosh. But that sold for $14.99.
Yep. So the old faceplates.
When in doubt, part it out. The next item is one that I don't know. It just caught my eye. It's like weird. It is a Kate Spade, New York, shop. I don't know how you say it. Hedgehog navy wallet with
it's a hedgehog.
green.
It's a navy wallet with green hedgehogs. That is so ugly.
It is, but it finally sold, and I think I only paid $5 for it, but it sold for $48. I took an offer on it just to get rid of it.
So Kate Spade, who knew?
Kate Spade does good.
Well, yeah, we knew, I guess. It doesn't move super fast, but it does sell.
Okay, so the first part, like Cory was explaining earlier, is, like you said, a lot of people say, I'm not ready to go full-time. I'm not ready to go full-time. I need to make more money to go full-time. But how do you know what full-time is? Like, how do you know what you need to be able to go full-time?
Yep. And that's kind of what we mean by run your business backwards. Start at the end, figure out exactly what it is you need to make to be full-time. Mm-hmm. Like not just making sales, because that doesn't matter, but what do you need to make to bring home? What do you have to have in your bank account every month? And start there.
Yep. So yeah, go through and figure out, what your bills are, your insurance, your whatever, all the stuff that you need that you currently pay, plus a little extra just to make sure you got that little cushion, and figure out what that is.
Yep. When we first started doing this, we actually had to go through our budgets and figure out what can we cut, what don't we need, do we need Netflix and Hulu, stuff like that. We had to kind of cut our bills back and get ourselves to where the lowest cost of living that we could.
The one joy of that though is, we do live in South Dakota.
Yeah, and it is pretty low cost of living here to begin with.
It is.
But we were still backscaling from where we started. Yep. Like we made much more than we did before compared to now, and we had to cut some bills to get here. But then once we were done cutting what we could cut, we had a number that we had to bring home every month to make the bills and still live semi-comfortably and not be stressed every week that we were going to miss the mortgage or something.
Yep. So we had to cut out Cory's haircut though.
Yeah, well, I just stopped getting it. No more grooming.
Beard trim.
No, some things you gotta have. Grooming for me is not super important as far as the haircuts. I do get haircuts. I just wear a hat until it sticks out. Then I go get a haircut.
Hey babe, I think it's time for a haircut.
It might be time for a haircut.
Stick out. On the side of his head where his hat is, that little hairs stick out. That's how we know it's time for Cory to get a haircut.
So that's how I determine my haircuts. So we run backwards on that too. We don't schedule haircuts.
No.
But that's what running your business backwards means to us. We start at the end, we figure out what we need to make, and then we step the steps out backwards to find out what are the steps we need to do to actually make that number. So starting at the end gives us exactly what we need in terms of what we need to make. And then, like I said, we get the whiteboard out and we figure out what we need to do to get there.
The dreaded whiteboard.
The dreaded whiteboard.
You go in Cory's office, in both of our offices. In his office, in our house, he has two gigantic, 4 foot by 6 foot. I don't think that's what they are. I think they're 3 foot by 4 foot whiteboards. We have two, one on each wall.
They're not big enough. I actually have one the same size hanging in our kitchen.
Oh no, that one's littler.
I think it's a 3x4 in the kitchen. It's maybe a little smaller, but it's a big one.
We have one, if you can see it, we have one back there.
Yep.
And
size.
he has one behind him at the office. So if we ever record like we did for our live, you can see it behind us.
Don't be hating on my whiteboards. Why are you jealous? Jeez, she's jealous of my whiteboard.
No.
All right, so let's look at a few more things that actually did sell, and then we'll look at some basic math just to figure out how you would get there and give you some numbers.
Yes. So we sold a Green Bay Packers hat. It is a vintage champion Pro Line white Green Bay Packer hat. Snapback.
So that's a really nice hat. I mean, that's a good one, but it does have a little bit of yellowing on it from being stored. I don't think this one was ever worn. It's a champion tag hat. And I really don't think it was ever worn. I think it was hung up.
Yep, and it just kind of got that dirty, danky.
Yep. And it's been washed. It's clean.
It's been OxyClean.
We did a lot to get the yellowing out, but there's still a little bit.
Yep.
But it's still sold. And that's sold for how much?
$25.99.
There you go.
That was not a me buy though. That's a Cory sell hat. Like that's a Cory sell because those ones he bought from some random person we were looking at books from.
All right, what do you got next?
We sold, this is number 3 hanging on my coat rack back there.
So it's
that
been
is
there
the
a
first,
while.
but it's the first one. And then it jumps up to higher numbers after that. So that one's been there a while.
So we got a suit jacket. Is it just the jacket?
It is just the jacket. It's not a suit jacket though either. It's a Robert Graham blue sports coat blazer.
It's a suit jacket.
No, there's a
Same
difference
thing.
somehow, but it's got blue.
Well, it does have
plaid.
purple and blue.
It's purple
So
or
it's
blue.
Blue.
Yeah.
We got a blue jacket.
So since it's been here a while, I did take an offer on it, but we sold it for $60.50.
Yep. And we sold a brown one of these too. Not the same brand, but we sold a brown.
It's my favorite word to say.
I called it gray. She calls it brown.
No, it is gray. I put gray in the title, but it looks kind of brown.
But I already packaged that one up.
Yep, it's my favorite word to say.
Which is what?
Ermengildo Zegna.
That's your favorite word?
Yeah.
You're strange.
You make fun of me for saying that word.
All right, so I'll math it backwards. So, for example, and this isn't our math. This is we're just going to use some math to make it easy. Let's say you need to make $5,000 a month for your household take home. Well, $5,000 a month that comes into your bank account, net profit, every single month. We know from doing eBay, and I think talking to a lot of other resellers, this is a pretty safe number to use. If I sell $5,000 a month in my 90-day total, for example, my take home from that, my net from that is going to be right in that 50% range.
Yep. We calculate 50%.
As an everything seller, we take home right at 50%.
Yep. That's just to be, like that's also, when you're starting out.
It varies.
It does. So you don't know, we don't know what your buy cost.
Yeah.
Your buy cost is going to be, some people pay up for stuff, so their buy cost may be higher.
But I think across the board as an everything seller, that's probably a safe number. Once you get to learning what you're doing and you're doing it halfway decently, 50%, we've talked to people that were at 60, 65. We've talked to people that were at 40. But I think 50% is a good safe number to assume if you're doing your job well, you can hit 50% as a take home. So knowing that, you just have to math it backwards. So if you need $5,000 a month, then you need to be selling at least 10 a month to take that home. So what's the math on that? If you need 10,000 in sales every month, on average, some months you won't hit it, some months you'll pass it.
Yep.
So you want to figure an average, and we always work off the 90 days.
Yep.
So let's just say you need 10,000 a month average. How much do you need per day?
Let's do it differently. Let's not jump all the way to daily.
Okay.
Let's go to weekly. So if we divide that, most months have 4 weeks.
Sure, but technically you'd have to take it times 52 or times 12 and divide it by 52 to get a real number.
Is that what you want me to do?
Sure, take 10,000 times 12, 120,000.
Yep.
Divided by 52.
That is roughly $2,307.69 per week.
Every week. And you don't have to hit it every week, but you need to average that in order to take your 5,000 home. So if you take that 23
divided by 7, that is $329.67 per day that you need to sell. That's your selling.
And you need it, again, average. Don't miss a day and hit $50 in a day and freak out. We're
Yep.
talking averages because eBay's a roller coaster and it goes up and down. So you need to hit that at the end of your 90 days when you're doing your totals.
Yep.
You need to look at, I need to make $329. Just say $330 every single day on average for my 90 day
Yep.
in order to take home what I said I need to take home.
Yep.
So now that you know that, we'll talk about how you actually get there. That's just it's a completely arbitrary number. It's what you need to take home. But right now it doesn't mean anything because you're not doing anything with it. So next we'll talk about how we actually get to that number. All right, but what actually sold next?
We sold a camera. It is a standard 35 mil. It is a standard 35
It
millimeter,
is.
ain't it?
Yep, just one of the old point and
it is.
shoot film cameras.
It says right there, 33 millimeter. It is an Olympus Trip MD3 DX 35 millimeter camera.
I think the only reason we picked it up to look at it was because it was an Olympus, but I don't know.
Yeah, and we only paid $2 for it, and we sold it for 17. So
$17, and we did put batteries in it. It tested out and it works.
And the person was really excited about it because they bought it on Friday. They messaged me yesterday and said, hey, when's my camera going to ship out? And I said, well, today's a holiday. It is Veterans Day on the day that we're recording. So we know we don't have to ship any of this out today, but we're still going to do our normal thing because that's our routine. But thank you for all the veterans.
Yeah, happy Veterans Day.
I don't think I finished my story.
Right,
I didn't. I cut it off halfway. I told her tomorrow, Monday, when I talked to her yesterday, was a holiday, so it would ship out Tuesday.
When Teresa's done telling her story, we'll ship the camera. So maybe next week. Sorry. All right, what sold next?
This is the first one of these we sold, but we have a crap ton of them.
We've sold Freesia before. It's lotion, hand lotion, or whatever.
No, this is actually body
wash. Okay, it's not lotion.
No, we've sold the body.
We've sold the lotion. We haven't sold the body wash.
Yep. So this is Bath and Body Works Pleasures Sheer Freesia Creamy Body Wash.
Yep, Sheer Freesia Body Wash.
Yep.
So
and we got a
tube
bunch
of that.
these.
We have a whole bunch of these and the lotions. What'd that body wash go for?
$24.99 free shipping.
I think we paid like $2 a bottle for these.
Yeah, because we went to this place 3 times.
And bought some every time, I think.
Yes.
No,
No,
we bought
twice.
some twice. The
We
third
bought
time
some-
we didn't buy anything.
Yes.
All right. So how do we do it? We know we need $330 a day on average worth of income. That's what we need to take home net.
Yep.
So if we know that, how do we get there?
So we have learned over the time of changing how we sell stuff, how we list stuff. When we first initially started, we had set that we need to list 10 items a day. Didn't matter dollar amount, we need to list 10 items a day. But over the time that we've been selling, we've learned that it's better you need to list what you want to sell.
Yeah, at a bare minimum. I mean, if you're going to sell consistently for years on end, because this is your career, if you're going to sell and bring home $330 a day, logic dictates that you have to be listing at least $330 a day.
Of good stuff.
If you don't list that, there is no physical way to possibly hit that in sales long term.
Yep.
You'll fall short. So that's our baseline. That's our bare minimum. We can't list less than $330 a day, 7 days a week, because we didn't figure weekends in. 7 days a week, we need to list $330 a day.
If you take out the weekends, you need to up your listings for Monday through Friday.
And that's assuming you've kind of reached the point where you list an item, you sell an item, and you don't have stuff sitting around, which we haven't. No. We have stuff sit around all the time. So you need to account for that. If your bare minimum to make it by, if you're a perfect picker, is 330.
But I don't care what anybody says, there are no perfect pickers out there.
I'm pretty close.
Shall we talk hats?
Hey, shut up. No, they're really, you're going to pick something that even if it is great at the time, it gets bad over time. If it doesn't sell right away, the market changes, whatever. So 330, you have to list minimum. You can't go below that, or you can't maintain your paycheck. My recommendation would be to get well above that, probably a third more. So maybe go list like 500 a day, which sounds really difficult. It's really not that hard. It just forces you to find higher dollar stuff.
Yep.
It will make you stop listing $1 Littlest Pet Shop. And
yep, and it did. I mean, it really did. I mean, I still pick them up, but I lot them up to sell them. I don't necessarily sell them individually unless it's a $15 to $20 item.
Yeah, now we'll sell a bag of 20 of them for like $30, $40 instead of listing one at a time for $2, $3 a piece.
Yep.
It will change the way you look at your business and do your business. But again, I would recommend go a third higher. You have to list your minimum, obviously. That has to be done. But I would recommend a third higher. So roughly in the $500 range is where we're listing. In order to hit that, now we actually do more than that. Like the 5,000, we do quite a bit better than that. Yep. But it's because we've been doing it 3 years and we've been upping. We've been upping what we do. We've been doing better picking, and so will you. Mm-hmm. But to get started, you need to pick that number and then stick by it. If you want your weekends off, then you got to figure that in your math. We want to make the same sales during the weekend. Yep. We still drop our products during the weekend. We do. We have them in the draft, so we just log in and drop them.
I do.
So if you want to not do anything on your weekends, you got to figure that in.
Well, you do, or you just have to, you do. You have to figure it in, or you just schedule them, instead of listing 5 days a week, you list 7, but you schedule your items for Saturday and Sunday.
Yep. And I wouldn't say this is doing this, figure out your numbers, and then, okay, I got to list $500 a day, so let's quit our job today and do this tomorrow. I think this is your goal, do this part-time, start getting good at it, start getting better at picking.
Yeah, because even...
And just gradually move into it when you hit this spot.
Even if you're a part-time picker, I mean, you might be surprised that, you take one day a week or one night a week and you can crank out, depending on what you're selling, you can crank out a whole bunch. You could be making that $500 a day in a couple months, and there you go. You can quit your job.
And we went from making like $1,000 a month on eBay when we first started to making $10,000 a month on eBay very quickly once we started looking at it as we don't have to have X amount of items in the store or list X amount of items. We need to list X amount of dollar every day, so that's what we can bring back in. Like when we did that, we scaled very quickly.
We did.
And we got better at picking along the way. So the income came in faster and better for us because gradually you do get better at picking. Even if you don't want to, you're going to.
You know how I know we got better at picking?
How?
Because as we were doing inventory the other day, because I helped him with inventory for 2 days.
Yep.
Our Norman Rockwell glasses are still sitting on that shelf.
Yeah, we see some of the old stuff we picked and we're like, why did we buy this?
Or I still don't know why he hasn't sold.
What?
The pumpkin blow mold.
I don't know. We should probably just throw him away.
Maybe I'll just
we'll
put him in
on
my
Marketplace.
Stuff. Oh, I
He'll
should.
sell on Marketplace.
And neither Santa either. No. Like he's a small Santa. I don't know.
We got some blow molds that got to go. We'll get rid of them eventually, though.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Over time, you will get better at picking, and your stuff will sell faster. And actually,
not just you get better at picking, but I mean, if you go back, I probably need to go back to some of our early on beginning stuff and just redo my photos.
Some of our listings are horrible.
Because it was bad. So as you grow your business, as you grow in what your knowledge is and what you're doing, you'll get better at taking pictures. Your pictures are better. I can tell you for a fact when I go through and look at eBay, if I go through and scroll and I see a horrible picture of something I'm looking for, no, it's not. I won't click on it. Like I don't know what it is. If you have a horrible picture on your listing.
No, a good example is when we first started, like we would have a t-shirt laid out just on a table or something and it'd be all wrinkled and like just bad lighting.
I still get a little bit of that.
So they're not good. The pictures were not good. And now we have kind of a place to lay them out. We flatten them out. We make them look better. Mm-hmm. Well, Teresa doesn't all the time. Her pictures of clothing are pretty horrible. Sorry, dear. Don't do that. We get in trouble for that.
Oh, I know. But anyways, my pictures are not horrible.
They're not. They're getting better. But clothing we still need to work at.
Pictures? Like, let's get serious here.
I'm a professional photographer. Just ask me.
In your head. What is that? Delusions of grandeur?
No, that's not me. All right. What do we sell next?
We sold a Mycene doll. This is one of the last ones that I have that came with all of their accessories that I got. It is a Mycene Spring Break Barbie Mycene doll.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how to show that. It looks like she's got a sled with her, but I think that's her stand.
She has the doll, her stand, an extra outfit,
Purse, a dog.
a purse, and a dog, and a brush.
So that's her. It's just a Mycene doll, and that sells for how much?
$35.99.
There you go. See? And at one point, we probably would have just sold that as a Barbie with whatever clothes were on it, and we'd have got a couple bucks out of it. But now that we know how to identify them, and we've gotten better at it, we can actually get top dollar out of stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. We sold the gorilla. We sold an Aroma Home Cozy Cuddles plush gorilla. I have plush in there twice. I don't know why. But it comes with a heat pack. So you stick the heat pack in the microwave, you heat it up.
He opens up right in the...
Does he open up in the front?
It looks like it. He's got a...
Oh, yeah, he does. So he opens up, you take the hot pack, you stick it in the microwave for a little bit, you put it back in there, and you give it to your kid to cuddle with.
There you go. Heat pack gorilla. What's that go for?
He was just recently downed in price, but he went for $23.74.
Yep. Not bad. Another plush gone. That's a good thing.
Okay. So how do you get started?
Yep. You know what you need. You know, work backwards what the steps are to get there.
Yep.
So you know how we're going to get there now.
Yep.
So what's another thing you can do once you're basically there?
So I think one of the things that we've kind of done, we haven't perfected it yet, but our processes, like listing, packing, shipping, all of that stuff, like how do you figure out how to make it quicker, but still do it the right way so that you have more time to do other things like source.
Yep. Work on your process. I think once you hit your goals or you're close to your goals and you start figuring out anything in your business that you have to do more than once, anything that's even remotely repetitive, listing is a good example. What's your listing process? Do you have one, or do you just have a basket of random stuff that you just list and everything's different every time you do it? Working on your processes and getting them down pat will actually bring back some of your time. You've been working your butt off to get to that point, but if you really button in your processes, I think that brings your time back to you while you're still maintaining that level, which gives you a whole new chunk of time to go out and grow beyond that.
Yep. So as far as our processes, like Monday is automatically our record day. We record, we ship, we pack.
Schedules. Yep. That's part of your processes is
Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday, Cory edits our videos for a Wednesday release. I'm out here listing, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday is our sourcing day. It's kind of weird now coming into winter because...
We'll still source. I mean, Thursday is the day. Maybe we don't source that day. Maybe we buy a storage unit at night sitting on the couch on a Wednesday. Thursday is when we're going to get it.
Yep.
So, or Thursday is when we're going to go run to a Goodwill or a St. Vinny or something like that.
Did you just say St. Vinny?
St. Vinny.
Oh, I'm so excited.
There's a new one here.
They built a gigantic one.
Yeah. So scheduling is part of processing, but processes is really anything. It's how do we list our products? How do we package our products, right? Like right now, I package everything that's larger. Teresa packages everything that's small or can go in a poly. And then even labeling them. Like we have a process
We do have a process.
We line them up in the order they are on eBay. We put them all out on the shelf. We print the labels and we print the packing sheet. And then...
We don't print a packing sheet.
Not a packing sheet, but the,
our scan
sheet for the post office.
Yep.
And then I'll sit at the computer and yell out the name and what the item is, and Teresa will double check to make sure each package gets the right label.
Yep.
We'll bag them up, take them in.
It did. We started doing that partially because we
had some goofs. We had
would
some
ship the wrong
packages.
thing to the wrong person.
But that's part of the process. Now it makes shipping and labeling much faster, and we get through it really quick.
We do.
So that saved us quite a bit of time in the long run. Over the course of a month, that's a lot of time saved.
It is.
So work on your processes, and that will give you the ability to remake that first goal. Rather than 5K, maybe you want to get to 10.
Yep.
Now you've got the time to do it.
Yep. And just keep increasing. I mean, you'll get better as you go, as I've seen, other YouTubers. Not I can't say other YouTubers, because there's a lot of YouTubers that do YouTube for YouTube. They don't necessarily do it for reselling. But a lot of the resellers that we've met that don't necessarily do YouTube, they're like kicking it up.
Yeah, they're doing really well. And just remember that what got you, say 5K was your goal. And again, that's just an arbitrary number. We just picked it for the math. So, but say 5K a month is your goal. When you hit that, what's going to get you to 10K may not be what got you to 5K.
Correct.
It may not just be repeat what you already did. You may have to look at things differently. Maybe to get to 10K, the only way to have time to get there is to start buying your boxes rather than spend a few hours a month scrounging
sourcing them from
sourcing
different
boxes
places.
from different places and having a mix of boxes you have to deal with. Maybe it's, buying your packing materials in bulk so they're here and you're not having to run for them.
Maybe
like there's a lot of different stuff that might change between the first goal and the second goal, that just it's not just a do it over twice to double your business.
It might be just selling your partner too. That way you'll get money.
Well, speaking of partner, it might be bringing a new partner in. It might be actually.
That wasn't what I meant. I'm going to sell you, I'm going to bring in somebody else. That's what I meant.
It didn't sound right now that I said it. But maybe it is bringing an employee in. Maybe it's bringing a virtual assistant in that can just make listings or something like that. I mean, there's a million ways that you can optimize the processes to get to the next level. Just know that it might not be just a repeat of what you already did.
Yep. And I know there are places out there that will list your stuff for you.
And I wouldn't really trust them.
No, I don't think I do either, because part of it, what I was reading is you have to take the pictures and put them in a folder for them, and then they do the listing.
They don't have the item.
But how do you note, like, if there's a ding or a damage or a...
The only ones that I know for sure that are doing this with a virtual assistant or with an employee, basically they have like draft only access, and the person takes the pictures, and then the person listing them actually goes in and makes the listing.
Yep.
And they're just saved in draft. So you still have to go through and verify and double check. So if something goes wrong, it's on you. But we're a long ways from that. Like, we're not anywhere close to trusting somebody to that point.
I have too much control issues to just let somebody... I don't even like it when he lists.
This is true.
I'm getting serious now, because I do.
Yeah, and she's lucky because I don't like it when I list either.
I do like it.
There's certain things that I would rather list and have Teresa not list.
What?
Hats? Well, hats is a good one because I'll use
go look
keywords.
at my hats.
I'll use keywords and pictures and things that she won't, because I tend to know about the hats a little more than she does. She finds one and she'll list it, and just based off what's there. That's true. Hers sell better. So maybe I should let Teresa list hats.
Or I'll just create the listing and do the hat and the pictures, because I do good pictures on hats.
You draft for me and then I'll go fix it?
Yeah. For the hats. I can do that.
Sometimes your pictures suck.
Not in that little photo booth.
Not for hats so much. You have a horrible eye. I'm telling you, like, her pictures are just not that great sometimes. Not always. Some stuff they're great. Clothing and hats and stuff are just horrible. Hey, I'm sorry. Truth hurts.
Cory is available on Whatnot for $1 starting bid, minimum offer of $1.
Can you start at 50 cents?
No.
I don't know if you can.
$1 offer. Hit me up in the comments if you want to buy them.
All right, so that's it. That's how we would run our business backwards to get full time if we were starting again.
Yep.
And that's kind of how we did it, and that's the way we would recommend it. So what did we actually sell next?
We sold Cory. No, we didn't. But we sold... Cory picked this up. I think he picked it up. Yeah, it is a 1995 West Clocks Looney Tunes Taz Tasmanian Devil alarm clock. It has been tested. It does make noise.
Yep, it works. So cool little alarm clock, old style Taz clock. What'd that sell for?
$22.49 plus shipping.
There you go. And it took a while to sell, but it did sell.
It did. We paid 75 cents for that little clock.
And then one of our new favorite type of things to sell.
Didn't you pick those up? Didn't you show those to me?
What?
In Omaha, or down in Lincoln, wherever we were.
Yeah, but I was thinking when I saw them, I was thinking if we can get them cheap enough, we could lot them up on commons.
Yep.
And then if we find a few good ones, great, we could pull them out.
Oh man,
but they were all pretty decent.
They are. I don't think I think I listed all of them.
Sews.
Yep, it is. This one is a 1997 Daisy Kingdom 17-inch tall Reiki reindeer cut and sew fabric panel.
Yeah, I can't even show you a picture of what it looks like done because it's all folded up. But it's a Reiki reindeer cut and sew. Is it like a pillow?
No, it's like a little plush. See?
Yeah, it's a little plush reindeer.
You stuff him.
Wouldn't a plush be kind of like a little pillow?
Oh, yeah, no, because a pillow doesn't have legs.
Jesus, really?
Yes.
Okay, so Cut and sew reindeer. What's that guy go for?
He went for $14.99 free shipping.
Pillow doesn't have legs.
Those are seriously like my new favorite. If I could go on and
They're so
find
easy, too.
a whole bunch more of those, because I did take those, I all took in our house because we have dark hardwood floors, and because they're all white, I cleaned out, swept, mopped everything to make sure there was nothing in there, and I laid them on our floor. And the lighting in our house is great for that. So I took all my pictures of those inside.
Yep, and they worked out pretty well. We were able to really spread them out, make sure everything was there.
I think I've sold almost half of them.
We even had some that were cut but not put together, didn't we?
No, not in this
that batch?
No, not in this batch.
So
these
I
were
think
all
we
100%.
did in another batch, but we did sell them on commons.
We did.
Yep.
We did.
Okay, so that's it. I think that's going to wrap it up for today. We have a lot to pack. We've shown you like 10 items today, but
Ooh, can I tell you my favorite
how
thing
many
that
do
we
we
sold
have
this weekend?
today? Do you know? There was a lot. Well, if you don't know, it's fine.
No, it's right here. 37.
We have 37 to pack up
Between
today.
Friday and this morning.
So it'd be Friday after we packed.
No,
So
it'd be
the-
all day Friday because we don't ship anything that comes in on Friday, even if it comes in at midnight.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
So-
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday is.
Yep.
So we had 10, 12 orders a day.
Yep. But my favorite thing that we sold today was a Pyrex bowl.
That was a lot of time to say Pyrex bowl. Why did that take so long? Were you unsure?
No, because I was trying to think of how to say it. Are you being mean to me?
Okay. We have to
Get it
go.
out.
It's about to get nasty in here.
No, it's not.
We're gonna slug it out over a Pyrex bowl. Bring it. My favorite thing was about a dozen cups that are not going to be on our shelf anymore. Not because I like the sale, just because they're gone.
Yeah, so they were Corelware. I picked them up in a lot at Goodwill and listed them all. And somebody came in and bought all 12 of them.
So we're going to get to packing. We'll see you guys next time.
Hasta la vista, baby.